Arsenal's resolute defence, led superbly by Tony Adams, stays intact. The midfield without John Jensen, who's injured, further disrupted by the news that David Hillier failed a test today on a dead leg. The Irishman Steve Morrow comes into the midfield for a very important job. Ian Wright out of the attack through suspension, we know. Smith and Campbell then supported by the likes of Merson, looking for the goals of glory for Arsenal here tonight. Parma much more settled, so many internationals in their side and no injuries, no suspensions, and in their attacking areas they really have their major stars. Zola, one of the very best Italians, Brolin, one of Sweden's outstanding players, and then right at the sharp end, the spectacular Asprilla from Colombia. The substitutes, of course, 5 for each club, 2 can play, and included in Arsenal's 5 now the 21-year-old striker Paul Dickhoff, who's not played in an Arsenal first team this season. The referee is Václav Krondl, who's a 40-year-old lawyer from the Czech Republic. And away we go. Arsenal then attacking the goal to our right. Di Chiara, the number 3 with the throw. This is Peen, the real little worker in the midfield. Brolin now trying to get Asprilla away. And a marvellous tackle there by Steve Bold. And suddenly Arsenal look wide open at the back there as Brolin and Asprilla, the Colombian, almost forged a golden opening. Ron?
I think that's very, very fortunate that Asprilla wasn't quite aware of the through ball he'd received, because he'd have been banged in on goal.
Asprilla again, but Dixon getting in there, but a free kick to Parma.
I think we'll see Asprilla, although he's the out-and-out front man. I could imagine him checking off Adams and Bold, not going and standing right up against them, trying to pick it up and run at them.
Zola with the free kick. This is Pete. Sensini. Peen again. Take it back to Benarivo, the fullback, playing it patiently around, looking for that decisive pass. Brolin, they say he's playing the best football of his career over the last few months, and he's already shown 1 or 2 very impressive touches tonight, the Swede. This is Sensini again playing the ball in, and that kicked off Adams. That's Asprilla, the Colombian. He's certain to figure prominently in the World Cup in America. Smith chasing after this one. Minotti, the sweeper, with him. And a free kick again to Parma. They reckon Parma just about the best footballing side in Italy, even including Milan. Their credentials are they got a couple of draws in the league against the famous Milan side. They beat them in the Super Cup.
I must admit, Brian, when I saw them play last year, particularly when they beat Antwerp, I thought they were the most exciting team in Europe. And, realistically, they're a more talented side than Arsenal.
But Arsenal have a stickability on these occasions. They get stuck in and they stick to the job in hand. But here's Cripper. Asprilla again. Bold has gone with him. Morrow's job is to look after Brolin, apparently.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a problem there. I was just watching Morrow there. I think he's going to have to pick up whoever goes furthest forward out of Zola or Brolin. I mean, we understood from certain people he was going to man-to-man mark one, then man-to-mark the other. But it looks as if he's going to sit just in front of his 2 centre-halves, and whichever one of their midfield players gets forward the most, he's going to try and pick up. Big, big responsibility there for him. I mean, obviously, the lad who set just along from you, Johnny Jensen. That's been his province over the last few games. And then Hillier.
Well, that's Steve Morrow, the young Irishman. Yes, John Jensen working for Danish television just a couple of seats away. Arsenal fans would much rather see him out there in the midfield. But it's not to be his injury, which he received here playing for Denmark against Hungary a couple of weeks back. This is the Benarivia, the fullback. And Brolin! Well, all the running so far has come from Parma, and particularly from this young Swede Thomas Brolin. Here's Smith. Troubled times for Arsenal these. They've got to keep their spirit high. Their determination with it. Selly going in there on 2 challenges, and now Arsenal get a free kick. Well, we know how useful Arsenal can be from set pieces. Paul Davis behind this one. It's worked once or twice before. Both Bold and Adams are going forward, and an opportunity possibly for Arsenal to relieve the pressure a little bit from the other end. Smith in there, another 6-footer, of course. And just look how they're jockeying for position there. The Italians are well aware of the problem. Floating it in towards Bold on the far side. It came off an Italian head for Arsenal's corner. Bold stays up there. And in Bucci, they haven't got the biggest goalkeeper in the world. I think he's probably at about 5'10". Bold at the near post, looking for the little flick on. Doesn't quite get it. Just past the far post. Kevin Campbell there.
Well, that's a glorious little nick on, isn't he? There's the one. He just managed to get a little eyebrows back header on it. Noticeable, nobody defending the back post as well for Parma. You just have a hunch that Ian Wright may have been on that second ball then. I could just imagine Ian Wright operating around that post and just picking up a little goal there.
Merson to Selly, to Campbell. Here come Arsenal now. Smith looking to get hold of this one. Merson. Winterburn on the far side. Flicked in again for Merson. Good play here by Arsenal. Morrow hitting one in. And Bucci gathering it quite comfortably for Parma. Asprilla versus Adams. Dixon gets it forward. Asprilla getting rather gingerly to his feet and complaining, but I saw no foul there. Winterburn knocking it forward to Smith. Davis. Winterburn again. Sensini gets it clear. Not a full house here by any means, but a noisy one, and the Arsenal fans certainly outnumbering those from Parma. Minotti playing it for Apolloni. And now Pin, a little workhorse in the midfield. Here he is. Crepa plays down that left side. It was a foul by Morrow. Can't really complain about that, and he's not, to be fair.
Got to be doubly sure. They did very well against the French Paris Saint-Germain Arsenal in not giving free kicks away on the edge of the box. They've got to make sure with the likes of Zola and that about Brian, they're not giving free kicks away around the 18-yard area.
Absolutely. It's a throw then. Di Chiara, the fullback. This is Zola. Crepa. Merson on the far side with a header here, being challenged by Asprilla, who wins it. Asprilla. Shot charged down by Bold. Crepa. Winterburn stabs it forward. Here comes Merson, but the flick ball goes straight to Crepa again. Arsenal so depending upon Bold and Adams stabilising things at the back, and Bold has given away the free kick again.
I think he's a touch unfortunate there.
I think he was.
I think Asprilla's tried to flick it to a non-existent colleague.
Minotti is a dangerous man from this sort of situation with this sort of free kick, although it's a long way out. Asprilla, Sensini is right up there. Crepa is in there too, and also Apolloni. Looks as though it'll be Minotti who takes it. Driven well wide. Cheers from the Arsenal fans.
Thought it was a long way out, didn't you? But you're just a little bit low to say it's too far out.
Seaman bangs a long ball forward there towards Alan Smith. Davis getting in there. Flag goes up for an offside. Free kick to Parma.
Actually, Parma operates a little bit like AC Milan in that respect. They don't play with a deep sweeper. They play with a fairly flat back four who will push up at every given opportunity and try and catch Arsenal.
There he is saying push forward, push up. You could probably lip read it. Well, they're pushing forward now with Winterburn. Start Parma, but they are by no means unbeatable. They've lost 10 times in the Italian First Division Serie A this season. Davis knocking it forward. Campbell, can he get on the end of this? My goodness, there was a great chance. And Selly was in there as well. A little chip. When it come for Paul Davis, there was a great chance though for Campbell, and suddenly Asprilla is breaking away for Parma. He's breaking away. Zola's in there. Brolin on the far side. Bold is coming across there. Brolin with a great chance against the post. My goodness, there should have been a goal at one end, and there was so very nearly at the other. What an amazing minute of the game that was.
Well, this is incredible stuff. I must admit, he struck it terribly well, Brolin. Inside of the post. Locke's ridden a little bit with that, well, a lot with Arsenal. That's a great strike, that. The player that's impressed me very much, I must say, has been the number 9, Weeper. He seems to have been well in control of the central areas.
Brolin beaten in the air by Bold. Up goes Davis. In goes Smith. Arsenal get a throw. It just flicked off Minotti. Arsenal with the best defensive record in the Premiership, remember, and you feel that's a record they need to have alongside them against Parma tonight. Parma, for their part, incidentally, only Milan and Juventus have better defensive records in the Serie A. Good work here by Merson, nimble work, but in the end there's no end product, and Pin gets it to Brolin. Fullback Benarivo. Here's Merson again, taking it from Davis. Crippa playing a simple ball forward to Asprilla. No foul. Dixon feeds Davis. Davis persuading Campbell to get down that byline. Stumble by Minotti. In fact, well, he's given a throw. Whether he's given a free kick to Arsenal. He's given a free kick to Arsenal. Davis will take it. George Graham will hope for something here. He's seen both Adams and Bold go forward. Smith in there, Merson in there, Campbell, another big man, of course, in there. Morrow just outside the box. And again, nobody on the goal line defending for Parma. Hit long towards Tony Adam. There's his header. And Crippa in the end gets it away. Watch out, Arsenal. Here comes the breakaway again. Up to Asprilla. Brolin's got up there quickly with him. Good challenge, though, by Winterburn, I think it was. Missed that one, though, but he just held up long enough. Enrivio. Apolloni. Up to Brolin. Pin. This is Sensini, who scored the winner in the semi-final against Benfica, the Argentine, from a corner. So they need to be watched on set pieces as well. Little touch there by Merson.
You know, it must be encouraging to George Graham. They've actually looked second best as a team at the moment, and yet they've had 2, possibly 3 good chances to score. 2 of them noticeably by free kicks, and I know the Arsenal staff feel they always do well on set plays anyway, Arsenal, but I think they do feel that Parma are very, very vulnerable against corners and free kicks.
Morrow to Selly. A lot of space here for Lee Dixon. Five of this Parma side were in the team that played at Wembley last year when they beat Antwerp in the final. Gave such a good performance then. Smith, Dixon. Acrobatics, but it comes for Smith. It's a goal for Arsenal. Alan Smith, a super strike for the Gunners. A mistake in the Parma defence, and very heavily punished indeed. They've looked second best so far, but my goodness, they're in the lead. There was the mistake. There's Smith on his chest. Full mark. Left foot volley, just nicked in off the post, and Arsenal in the lead.
Full marks for Smith. What a great strike. Couldn't have been fractionally better, could he?
It was Minotti's mistake, wasn't it, that put Smith in. That's a good ball, in for Pin again. Quickly challenged by Merson, fairly so. And suddenly 3 against 3. Smith has gone away to the left. Campbell is away through the centre. And Smith is on that far side. Will it come for Campbell? Well, he's having a battle for it, and very sensibly he's played it wide for Winterburn. Now, a good cross possibly towards Alan Smith again, battling with Apolloni. And Di Chiara brings it away now for Parma. Kripa. Asprilla, beaten by Adams. Selly, knocking it wide for Winterburn. In for Selly again. But he gives it to Brolin. Dangerous thing to do. Enrivo hitting a ball through towards Asprilla again. And a free kick given. Arsenal disputing that. But there's real danger here now. It's no more than a yard outside the penalty area. The wall has got to be well formed. Sorry,
scandalous decisions. I mean, Asprilla just appeared to fall over. I mean, I think he was expecting Tony Adams to whack him in the back. Tony Adams was very patient, didn't really make contact with him, and I think they bought themselves a bit of a result there. This would be a tragedy if this went in.
Zola might be favoured, I think, to flick one over the wall here. Checking him, maybe. Wow. Roars of approval from the Arsenal fans there. I think Tony Adams is going to get a yellow card. I think the danger's not over for Arsenal. I think they've got to take it again. I think they're complaining that Adams encroached.
He was about a yard up the ball when he hit it right.
Here comes Zola for his second strike at it. That's a better one, but it's over the top, and Arsenal are safe again.
That was quite interesting on the line there. Winterburn was playing cat and mouse, and look at him, he's catching them offside. He's got the fours offside actually there.
Sensini. So there's Morrow. He's there. Zola won't be far away. Minotti playing it for Pin. Di Chiara. It's easy for Seaman. And a nasty little slip there. There's obviously a very nasty patch just in the middle of that 6-yard area.
And it was just in the middle, as you said. It's easy for Seaman, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly.
I thought, that's not the kiss of death, is it?
Tempting providence there. Seaman with a good long clearance now towards Kevin Campbell. Quite easily beaten in the air by Apolloni. Selly tangling with Asprilla, and then tangling with Kripa. Another free kick. Pin, Minotti. This will come for Merson.
I'd like to see him attack the defender here, go straight bang at Benarivo. I don't think Benarivo likes having to defend. He likes the luxury of driving forward all the while.
Well, that's a lovely ball by Merson. If Winterburn can get on the end of it. He's done well, but not quite well enough. This is Payne again. Minotti. Zola stopped by Steve Bowles' challenge. Minotti chipping one through. Easy this time for David Seaman. Well, it's a real night of enjoyable European football. These big games so often are. Apolloni and Campbell just getting a little excited. Here's Apolloni. Parma still this goal down. Asprilla. Hits a nice little ball back again from Zola. Stopped though by Davis. Crippa. Came to Parma from Naples. Swings the long ball in there towards Zola again. Also formerly with Naples. Zola, this little man on the ball now, took over from Maradona in the number 10 shirt. Same sort of size and stature as well, and does really well to force a corner for Parma off Nigel Winterburn.
I think Morrow's finding that an unenviable task, trying to man-to-man him, because he started to wander out on the right wing now, Zola.
Played short this time, Benrivio. Crippa just took that off the feet. Actually, the flag was up, and Crippa probably did Arsenal a favour there, because I think it was Apolloni just lining up a shot just on the edge of the box there.
See every Arsenal player now back behind the ball, defending the width, trying to close off all the seal off all the little gaps, and there'll have to be plenty of this done.
Crippa playing it in towards Asprilla. Bold was right at his back. Asprilla still got the shot in, and it was Merson who's done a very good job there, just sitting in there alongside Winterburn. But here's Asprilla turning away beautifully. A little 1-2 possibly with Zola. Zola with a shot. A wonderful save by Seaman.
Was brilliant football and brilliant defending by Seaman. I think that's a big moment in the game. Look at this. Looks as if shaping to play a 1-2. Brilliant little dummy. Great little left foot strike, and a terrific tip over from Seaman.
Well, let's see what happens with the corner first, and there's another save by Seaman. A little wink with the right eye there from David Seaman, but that's a super piece of goalkeeping. Mr. Unflappable, big, hearty Yorkshireman, David Seaman. Bold with a little touch.
Taking a lot of pressure at the moment, aren't they, Arsenal? They've turned the heat up a little bit at Parma. It'd be nice if Arsenal could control the tempo a little bit and get some more ball possession.
Parma manager Nevio Scala was saying there's not a weak member in this Arsenal side, but there's a good shot that time from Minotti. Campbell, clearly an obstruction there by Apolloni. Mind you, you've got to be a pretty big, brave man to stand in front of Kevin Campbell like that. A yellow card.
It's amazing. That would be an accepted thing in Italy, wouldn't it? I mean, it's absolutely blatant.
And I tell you what, I think the yellow card might be for Asprilla, for arguing as well. He's not making it very clear, the referee, to be honest. But Arsenal, what we do know, have got a free kick. They're waiting for Adams to take his position there. A little dummy run by Davis. That's the one that matters. Up go the big defenders. Campbell keeping it in play, does well. Now cross back in again. Smith is in there too. Adams is in there too. A great lead by him, and it just wouldn't come to an Arsenal player on the edge of the box. And suddenly it could be danger at the other end. Brolin to Zola. Asprilla's up ahead of him as well. And Morrow just gets up enough to hold it up for a moment. Asprilla. Dixon. Bold. My goodness, it was all hands to the pump there. And a few flutters deep in that penalty area in the Arsenal defence. Creeper. Asprilla. Dixon looking to get it away. And a goal kick given. They're hounding the referee, demanding a penalty. Parma for that.
They really must be joking, mustn't they? There was not even a semblance of a penalty there.
Well, I don't know whether my watch has gone long. I make it 50 minutes he's played now, 5 minutes of time added on. Somebody's suggesting the watch has stopped. I don't know. That's a throw. They're getting a bit agitated on the Arsenal bench.
If there's anything happens.
And you can see Stuart Houston is saying they played 6 minutes of time added over on this first half alone. Davis. Morrow. Dixon. You can imagine the inquest if, well then, he has finally blown the whistle for half-time with another look at his watch, and Alan Smith's goal is a priceless one so far for Arsenal in this wonderful stadium here in wonderful Copenhagen. They lead by 1-0.
Ian Wright was suspended for the game, so I was the experienced lad up front. Yeah, I mean, it just came from nothing really well rehearsed or fluent move. It was a throw-in. Lee Dixon threw it to me, and I knocked it back to him and turned and made my way towards the penalty area. And Lee hoisted it in, and it was poor defending, really. One of their defenders tried this overhead kick, didn't really need to, and it kind of fell to me, and I chested it down and knew I had to get my shot away quite quickly because there were about 3 of them converging. So just followed it quickly on my left peg, and I was looking at it, and then the keeper kind of dived in front of it. He didn't get to it in time, but he dived in front, so I couldn't see where it had gone. I didn't know if it hit the post or gone straight in, and then when the keeper had landed, I saw that the ball was over in the other side of the goal, in the back of the net, so I obviously knew it had hit the inside of the post and gone in, and it was a wonderful feeling because, as I say, it had been a struggle for a couple of years at Arsenal, so to get that goal and you know, at the end of it, it was the all-important one. It was a fantastic moment.
Memory Lane is a wonderful box set of 10 CDs and includes no less than 200 hit songs by the original artists. There's Dean Martin.
When the moon hits your eye like a big...
Come with us back to those golden days with hits by Johnny Ray, K-Star, Rosemary Clooney and Nat King Cole.
And you're happy when you're blue.
200 hit songs from Ruby Murray, Perry Como, Dickie Valentine and Slim Whitman. The hits go on and on.
Mean a lot.
Oh, Rosemary.
You'll find all these great legends in Memory Lane.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
I like mine with a kiss.
Memory Lane includes 200 hit songs by the original artists on 10 individual CDs. It's a music collection you'll play again and again. Frank Sinatra.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
There's great favourites like Doris Day.
Oh, the Deadwood stages are rolling on over the plain.
Some of the world's most romantic songs come from these golden days, including Stranger in Paradise.
Stranger in paradise.
200 melodies that are simply unforgettable. To get your box set of 10 CDs, simply call this number with your credit card details.
The amazing Washmatic system, the portable cleaning system designed to clean your car, caravan, windows, conservatory and paintwork. Simply move the brush to draw the water from the bucket. The quicker you move, the quicker the water
Here we go in the second half. This is Sensini. Morrow gets an intervention there, but not a particularly good one. Chipped forward again by Cripper towards Asprilla. Winterburn getting in, and getting in again. Minotti, the captain. was his uncharacteristic mistake, as we saw on the replay, that led to Smith's opportunity, which he took so well after 20 minutes. And Arsenal just stick to their guns and come away with a famous victory here in Copenhagen. Here's Pin for Parma. Up to Brolin. Sensini. Pin. Wide again. Di Cayada. Tripper. Stopped by Winterburn there, I think it was, on an offside flag was up. Probably against Brolin. Free kick for Arsenal.
Second half started very much as the first half ended, hadn't it? Arsenal being forced to defend deep. Parma coming at them from all parts of the field, if you like. Concentration, discipline, and above all else, an Arsenal keyword this season, resilience. All qualities they're going to need in abundance now, Brian. And if they can manage to fiddle it out to people like Merson and Campbell and so forth, hopefully, maybe try and nick another goal.
Campbell's boot rather high there. And Campbell, you can see with the shake of the head, oh, he's got a yellow card, whether he shakes the head or not.
It always worries me when the referees start dishing out yellow cards, because he'd seemed fairly lenient early on for the first half an hour or so. And all right, there's been one or two little exchange, but nothing of any great severity.
Di Chiara, who was the injured man. Asprilla now gets a little 1-2 going, but Brolin's shot falling very comfortably indeed for David Seaman.
I tell you what, that was great build-up between the big three, Zola, Asprilla and that fella Brolin. I think you'll find he was trying to bend it wide of Seaman's left hand. Some lovely link-up play, great layup from Asprilla.
Adams gets it away. Di Chiara. This is a good break by him. Forward will come for Asprilla. An opportunity here for Zola maybe. And in the end, Arsenal get it away. Yellow-shirted bodies were flying about in that penalty area. One went down. I think it was Zola. They looked towards the referee. Thankfully for Arsenal, he said nothing other than a throw. And Seaman gathers that one. And a throw out to Campbell. Only Smith is up there with him as Parma try to get back. Shoving the back, free kick for Arsenal. Wrong.
Well, in that little incident, we saw some magical footwork from Asprilla. Oh, this is Arsenal attacking now. This is a free kick. This will bring them some well-earned relief, by the way.
And I think there's going to be a yellow card for Ian Selly. For time wasting. So now Arsenal need to get on with it. Paul Davis chipping it in. Up goes Bold. Well, that's an easy one for Luca Bucci.
Set a dangerous precedent there now, the referee with the bookings, particularly that one for wasting time.
And that just bounced conveniently for Bold there, when for a moment I thought Asprilla might get away from him.
I would think that all Parma's best moves have been, or best attacking moves have been, when actually Arsenal look as if they're starting to attack, you know, where they've got space to run into, where this fella on the ball now, Asprilla, he loves space to go into.
Selly battling. This is Pin. Minotti, the captain. Sensini can be dangerous when he comes forward. Di Chiara, the fullback, loves to get forward. Asprilla. And Selly knocks it away.
So they're pegging the Arsenal back so much. Campbell and Merson are both back. You know, every ball knocked out now goes straight to a Parma player.
Sensini. Pin on this side now, with his fullback outside him. Well, the skipper tries a shot, but it's well wide. Minotti. Long kick towards Smith. Knocked back towards Steve Morrow. Battled well there, trying to hold up Brolin. Well, Benarivo was lucky there. That didn't fall at all conveniently for Alan Smith, and he's found his fellow fullback on the far side there, Alberto Di Chiara. Cripper getting it wide. Here's Zola. It's crossed now towards Brolin. Absolutely inch perfect, but no troubles at all for David Seaman. In a competition that Spurs got the ball rolling for us with a victory in 1963. West Ham won it in 65. Manchester City in 70. Chelsea in 71. Smith going up. Minotti gets it away. Glasgow Rangers weighed in 1972. And Alex Ferguson's Aberdeen in 83. Everton in 85, and of course Alex Ferguson again with Manchester United in 91. Dixon. Oh, Campbell.
If he could have just got the hook on that, that could have been trouble for Parma. And that's the sort of thing, if Dixon hasn't had much opportunity tonight to stride out from the back. I mean, he's at his best when he's doing that, but he's been occupied.
Cripper for Parma. Payne. Merson fell conveniently for him. Oh, some nice little play there, but Winterburn couldn't quite get the end of it, and here's Benarivo. Could be problems here. Asprilla. But the shot is a poor one.
For a player of his quality, that was almost a gift horse. I mean, that's a good break there. I mean, that may be a bit harsh, but I would have expected him to have done far better there. The ball was set up nicely on his left foot.
Winterburn is struggling. And this is Campbell's, well, it wasn't really a chance, a half chance the moment before. Smith to Winterburn, who really has been hobbling the last minute or so, and he is really struggling, Nigel Winterburn.
If it should stay, you know, at 1-0, and let's hope to that it does. I think Alan Smith deserves, not only for his goal, he doesn't half deserve a big hand for his, he's led the line, and there he is. He's fought a lone cause,
and not without punishment as well.
I think he's entitled to have a pop there. I don't think that was a foul. But it reminds me, do you remember when Gary Birtles did the same in Hamburg? In Madrid against Hamburg.
Yes.
Just a lone ranger. And he reminds me a lot of him tonight.
Here's Sensini. Well, Nottingham Forest won that night by 1-0. Let's hope Arsenal can do the same here. But here's Brolin. Asprilla. Got to hold him out. Di Chiara. It's not a bad cross there towards Zola. Asprilla again. But Arsenal defending well again. Tony Adams, who else? Little ball from Campbell, little ball from Davis. Dixon with a bit of space to look up and think. Finds Davis again, a sensible ball to his captain, who in turn looks for Bold. Bold lets it go through the legs to Winterburn. Smith. Selly. Arsenal playing it about with some style now. Davis. Gets it back to Dixon.
Yeah, this is good. Make them chase the ball for a little while.
Oh, but now, of all people, Adams has given it away to Brolin. Asprilia chasing, just keeps it in play. Bold holding off him for the moment. Little chip by him, and a flag up for an offside against Brolin on the far side. "22 minutes of the second half gone. It's going to be nerve-wracking stuff from now on in, I think, Ron.
Definitely, but there is a time in the game. You get your time. Now, Arsenal have dug deep. They've worked hard. They've stayed ahead in the game. They've had to concede a lot of space. But there will be a time when they'll get another chance before the end of the game. It's just so important that they make sure nothing untoward happens now at their own end.
Here's Campbell, hustled by Apolloni.
Because there may come a time, when the Parma team, they start to lose belief. They've hit the post, they've had good chances, and sometimes you think to yourself, it's not our night. And that may very well come into their thinking.
Smith, Dixon. Now Davis, can he measure up a good cross here? He can indeed, towards Paul Merson. Didn't reach Merson, it was the fullback, Benarivo. Wasn't too complimentary towards Merson at that point. Brolin has just come to the touchline to ask for something of the bench. Sensini, Brolin, Benarivo, Sensini, being chased by Smith. Remember, Parma, the holders, looking to become the first side ever to win the Cup Winners' Cup on 2 successive seasons, at the moment being denied by Arsenal, leading by 1-0. Alan Smith's goal in the 20th minute of the first half.
And Brian, the man that won it them last year, is just limbering up, waiting to come on. Melly.
Here's Pin, though. And Dixon slipped at the crucial moment. Di Chiara's shot charged down, and they just nudge it back to Seaman, who whacks it gratefully away. Smith chasing this, but Sensini is fouled by Smith. It's a throw, it's a free kick to Parma. Dixon, they can't get Melly on at the moment. A little touch by Smith, a good one. Merson with a chance for the first time in the game to attack the defence, and it didn't quite fall for him. Just hoping for something a little better there. That's a foul by Steve Bold on Melly. No sign of a yellow card, Ron.
No, I think that might just show the inconsistency, because this is a very, very late challenge. Very late challenge.
Here's Zola now for Parma. Minotti well forward. Di Chiara pushing so many defenders and midfield forward now. Selly gets that one away, only as far as Minotti. Brolin again. Hitting it towards Melly. There's his header, but this is easy for David Seaman.
See, when they were attacking there, Brian, even Alan Smith was about 12 yards outside his own penalty area. Now that's commendable. You know, everybody's working, everybody's competing.
Long clearance by Steve Bold. Campbell first to react to that, and he's onside. Played onside by Minotti. Smith gets possession. Can Arsenal forge another chance here? Morrow. Campbell, I don't think we'll get to that. Benarivo back to goalkeeper Bucci. Melly. Got to be watched. Being allowed to go a long way, but everything behind that one. Only great pace by Melly. Seaman taking no chances. Davis, he's caught Adams on the wrong foot just for a moment. Dixon to Adams, slipped along the line for Campbell. Inside again for Davis. A little touch by him, and he's taking it on. No foul. Minotti getting it forward to Melli. Asprilla seeking to turn. Merson right back there helping out. Bang goes the ball again away, and Arsenal have a player down deep in the Parma half. It's Paul Davis. Eight minutes left, plus some time to be added on. George Graham knows, well, if it's not exactly within, well, Davis is going off on a stretcher. After a challenge by Apolloni.
To get that stretcher on and off that quickly, I'm not quite, you know, you're never sure whether to be alarmed or not.
Well, they're making signals to the Arsenal bench.
I actually wonder whether Paul Davis would in fact come off, because there has been a tendency, hasn't it, to bring him off in European games in the latter stages.
Well, Arsenal for the moment down to 10 men, and Brolin trying to take advantage of it, but Dixon getting in there. Davis wants to come back on. That's a good sight for Arsenal. But they've still got men warming up, Arsenal. You sense there will be a substitution soon. Davis on again. Time left now for Parma, but here's Sensini, plenty of yellow shirts forward again for them. Melli playing it in towards Asprilla, and it's Adams who comes away and hits it well straight at Di Chiara. It'll be a goal kick. Just one last shove for George Graham and his men now. And the jigsaw, as far as he's concerned, will be complete. League Championship, FA Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, and now just so close to the Cup Winners' Cup. A free kick for Arsenal. That'll delight the hordes of Arsenal fans who are here in Copenhagen tonight. Davis with it.
Actually, they haven't enjoyed Alan Smith in the air at all, have they, the Parma team?
He'll add some time on, Ron, I'm afraid, won't he?
If the first half, unless he's changed watches.
Unless he's changed watches. Davis slipping it wide to Eddie McGoldrick. McGoldrick's cross. No trouble there for Luca Bucci. Brolin tried to play it into Asprilla. Selly with the clearance, and he's well been fouled. A free kick for Arsenal. The referee looking at the watch. Arsenal very nearly assured of a place in Europe now next season. Dixon plays it along the line. Apolloni. Got to hold him up. Melli. Right at the very last now. Still with Melli. Adams makes a challenge. Comes to Zola. But a poor one by him. Smith just need to keep possession. He's found McGoldrick now. Down the line, McGoldrick. And down the line he goes. Benarivo, though, gets it off him. McGoldrick going in. Brolin very deep. Again, the Arsenal fans imploring the referee to blow that final whistle. 2.5 minutes of time added on. He looks at the watch. He's waiting for a chance to blow the whistle. An offside flag goes up, and Arsenal, I think, are going to be there now. They started as underdogs, but you wouldn't get a bet on them now.
And it's down to the thing that's been significant in all the campaign, isn't it? Resilience. They've stuck at the task. There's George. He wants him to kick it as far upfield as he can.
And David Seaman obliges. Long towards Smith. just need to get possession again. Benarivo hits it high. Bold for the umpteenth time gets a header in. A flag goes up for an offside. They think it's a final whistle, but sadly for Arsenal, it's not yet. Zola playing it wide for Cripper. They've got to pull everybody back. Here's Cripper now. Played in again for Millie. The flag is up again. No, the flag is up. Don't worry, Arsenal fans. The flag is up, and it won't count.
It was up well in advance. The linesman was very, very quick. Like to see that one again. Oh, what a good decision.
Yeah, good decision, linesman. Well played.
Brilliant decision.
Steve Morrow saying to the referee, come on, ref, when are you going to blow that whistle? 24 years Arsenal have waited for a European trophy after winning the Fairs Cup back in 1970. Now they really are just seconds away from a real golden evening and a great, great celebration.
And what a lovely place for the ball to be at this stage. Far away from your
Keep it in that half. Here's Smith. Is he going to finish it off now? No, it's stopped, but it's a corner. Surely Parma can't get it to the other end now.
Do you think we shall see Tony Adams and Steve Ball pounding up?
No, they've stayed right back. 2, 4, 5 of them have stayed back. And they're saying to Eddie McGoldrick, take as much time as you possibly can. Referee looking at the linesman to see. It's all over! Arsenal have won it! Alan Smith's goal after 20 minutes. And some fabulous defending by Arsenal. George Graham, he's won just about everything he could win at home, and now he's won an important event in Europe. Arsenal in Europe next season, and Parma, who came here as favourites, have been beaten. They've shown some great football, Parma, but they've met some resolute defence by Arsenal, and you cannot give too much credit to men like Steve Bold, to men like Tony Adams, and to men like Alan Smith. Smith's goal is the one that separates it, and Bucci, the goalkeeper, who's had a fabulous season himself, Brolin in despair. A nice touch there as Paul Merson tries to console the Parma goalkeeper. And Arsenal flags are flying everywhere in Copenhagen. And Ian Wright, the man who missed it, as joyous as anybody could be for the men who've won it. John Jensen as well, who missed out on the final. It's a fabulous night for Arsenal and for English football generally. Good, solid defensive discipline, teamwork and tactics have overcome a superior side technically. David Seaman with a fantastic save in the first half. And what a night, Ron.
Tremendous. A night for guts, a night for all that's best in what we call English football.
Well, it takes away the sadness of that event in 1980 in this very competition when they lost on penalties to Valencia. Alan Smith's goal, and what a priceless one it was. A slight blemish in the Parma defence, and Smith pounced on it. The ball fell invitingly for him, and he nicked it in just off the post. Well, that's the moment. Tony Adams lifts the trophy. David Seaman has his moment as well. My goodness, he deserves it. And they're lining up on that podium now. The Arsenal players, each being received joyously by the Arsenal fans. Some 11,000 of them were here in Copenhagen tonight. They're each taking their turn. So there we are. It's been a wonderful night of European football. A fantastic triumph then for Arsenal Football Club with Alan Smith's goal after 20 minutes.
Brilliant moment when the whistle went, because you know, Arsenal hadn't won a European trophy for 24 years or something. So to do it then, we'd won a couple of championships a few years before. We'd won the 2 domestic cups the year before in '93. So then to go out into Europe and make our mark, it was brilliant. You know, from a personal point of view, fantastic. It capped off, as it turned out, it capped off my career at Arsenal. to get the winning goal in Europe, and you know, not too many English clubs since have been able to make the mark in Europe. So yeah, brilliant day.